The athletic teams at Roberts Wesleyan work extremely hard to be successful on and off the field. I'm Dr. Deana Porterfield, president of Roberts Wesleyan College. From training to homework and games to exams, Red Hawks give it their best. Here's a special look at one of our Roberts teams in A Season Inside.
With a special group of seniors and promising talent on the horizon, the Roberts women's basketball team faced a 26-game regular season schedule that included a special trip south.
My word of the game is heart. A heart usually symbolizes love, and we are all here because we love the game of basketball.
What time is it? A Season Inside, the 2019-2020 Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball team. The Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball team had high hopes as they began preparing for the new season. Coming off a 15-17 record the year before, the Red Hawks were experienced with 4 seniors, but they also had several new players. Kevin Clifford was beginning his second season as head coach.
Win gyms allowed, Jim. We're excited about the leadership and the experience coming back. We have 6 freshmen and 1 transfer, Annabelle Hines, that we're really excited about. So we have 7 new players, just kind of get them into, gelling together, team chemistry. But right now they're getting along, they're excited, a lot of energy in practice. Practice is very competitive.
Honestly, half of the team is now new. So that can kind of be looked at as a challenge for the coaches and for the returning players. But I think we've done a really good job welcoming them in here. I mean, it's such a community here at Roberts.
In the preseason poll, Roberts was picked to finish 4th in the tough East Coast Conference.
We like our philosophy, which is team first attitude. I think we could play up tempo based on our numbers and our depth, and we're very versatile. I think we have, from guards to bigs to forwards, so I think it's going to be very interesting on how it plays out.
The Red Hawks roster has an international flavor with players from across the U.S. and the world.
I'm learning a lot of new words in different languages because we got someone from Egypt, we got someone from Australia and Greece. It's been crazy hearing their accents and stuff, so that's been really fun.
Right now we're just working on getting to know everyone, mixing our styles together, and we're very excited for what the season's going to bring for us.
The season and home opener was set for Friday, November 8th at the Valor Athletic Center.
All right, sportsmanship is a must.
The Red Hawks were set to tip off against Franklin Pierce of New Hampshire.
Team defense right off the bat.
Inside the Roberts locker room, a couple of team traditions started.
My word is preparedness.
Senior Emily Miller got it rolling.
The key is not the will to win. Everybody has that. It is the will to prepare to win that is important. So we have put in close to 50 hours of basketball since October 15th. I did the math. And that's over 2 full days dedicated to the game that we all love. The word is preparedness. Every one of those 50 hours has been used for our benefit, to prepare ourselves to win. We must face the competition today with total confidence that we are prepared. From our first preseason practice to now, we have been well equipped with the tools we need to succeed. We are prepared to win. We have nothing to lose. We is greater than.
Franklin Pierce is asking what time it is. Hold on. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? Let's go!
The Red Hawks got off to a good start when Tashayla Sartorius scored the season's first basket. But Franklin Pierce took the first quarter and then halftime leads. First-year player Madison McCormick helped a third quarter rally. She scored a team-high 10 points. But the Red Hawks lost the opener 61-48.
Not a great start. Turned the ball over a lot. I just looked at the percentage. We didn't shoot the ball well. When you don't shoot the ball well, you got to still play defense and take care of the ball. So we got a lot of work to do.
I just think we got to go back to the basics. Having fun, doing what we do in practice, playing against each other, encouraging each other, and everything will fall into place. It just wasn't our game today, but I know that wasn't our best basketball by far, and so when things get put together and the pieces get put together, it's going to be really fun for us.
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3, together!
Hey, Emily.
Hi, Coach.
Hello, girls.
Hi.
Part of the Red Hawks culture are team dinners held throughout the season. On this November night, it was at the home of Red Hawks academic advisor Laura Scavo, who hosted the team for a great meal and a few laughs.
We feel really welcome. It's a family atmosphere. It's relaxed. Tonight is Build Your Own Burger. We're really appreciative and we love events like this. It's good to see them, outside the basketball court.
There's drinks out in the garage.
Thank you.
We all live on campus, and at some point you get sick of eating at the dining hall every single day. So it's really nice to have a home cooked meal every once in a while.
I love having the basketball girls over. One of my favorite things is to cook for people and to work with students. So to be able to cook for the students that I work with is a total blessing and brings me a lot of joy to have them here.
This year, especially with having a lot of upperclassmen and then a lot of freshmen and seniors, it helps a lot because that team chemistry really comes from starting off the court. Because when we play, of course, we have to trust each other. So stuff like this really helps us get to know each other better and really builds that trust. So it does play over to the court, I believe.
We appreciate Laura so much. She works in the Learning Center here at Roberts, and I think she kind of gets us a little bit. She knows how hard and stressful it can be balancing school and basketball. So for her to bring us over in a different environment, just a homey environment, and cook for us something that we might not get at school all the time, and just have us over, it really does speak volumes to our team, and we really do appreciate it.
The Red Hawks, still looking for their first win of the season, would host a weekend tournament in 2 days.
Thank you so much. All right, tomorrow. Be safe. Long trip back to campus.
We'll see you in 4 hours.
Our house on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Roberts swept the Red Hawk Alumni Classic, defeating Concordia and Bloomfield at the VAC. Emily Miller led the way in scoring in both games. On Tuesday, November 19th, Roberts hosted Lemoyne, a team that would go on to make the NCAA tournament. And the Red Hawks played the Dolphins tough for 3 quarters. Miller again led the team in scoring, but Lemoyne pulled away in the 4th and won it 64-43.
Basketball is a game of runs, so we went on a run and then they happened to go on a strong run, and we didn't recover from that as well as we had liked to.
Play faster, play up-tempo, and play like it's your last game, and play like they owe you money. All right, let's go.
The Red Hawks bounced right back 3 days later, defeating Lake Erie College. Sarah Saso-Nady scored a career-high 27 points and had 11 assists and 3 steals. Roberts would then win their second straight with a victory at Mansfield. On Saturday, December 7th, the Red Hawks packed up for their road trip to DAEMEN College. The Red Hawks had 11 road games on their regular season schedule.
Got a good night of sleep, ate a good breakfast, good eats at Garlock, the mental preparation.
DAEMEN, one of the top teams in the ECC, is located in Buffalo, about an hour bus ride from the Roberts campus.
We're rolling. Hey, yeah!
The Red Hawks arrived in Buffalo having won 2 straight games. The team went through a shoot-around at the DAEMEN court. Then it was back inside the locker room for a pregame session with Coach Clifford.
Get better today. Link the chain on 3, 1, 2, 3. Link the chain! All right, into the locker room.
You have to make the extra pass. So I have a good shot, great shot. All right, play smart. Every possession counts. Every possession, ladies. Today's going to be all about possessions. Hey, let's go. Let's go. All game. All game.
This was the first conference game for both teams.
Let's go. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
Roberts got off to a good start. Emily Miller with a 3. Then Saso-Nady with a 3 to give the Red Hawks the lead, and they led by 1 after the first quarter. But DAEMEN, ranked 10th in the East, outscored Roberts 18-6 in the second to take the halftime lead. In the second half, Madison McCormick with a bucket, but DAEMEN won its 11th straight home game 70-47. Roberts fell to 4-4 overall and 0-1 in the ECC.
We started off well, we had the lead, we were just running on offense, we executed on that game plan and everything went fine, but then when they made a run, that's when we struggled a little bit. We turned the ball over and that killed us because they executed on the other side. So that's what we really need to work on, because going forward, like beating teams in the ECC, we'll have to begin with starting the game off well and also like playing that for 4 quarters.
You know, Coach says all the time it's mental, and like keeping a positive attitude, it really does affect the team. So, you know, picking each other up, you know, you got the next shot, next play. It's all about the next mentality, or the next play mentality.
Stay together. Do not point fingers, okay? Because when you do that, it points back at you, all right? We have to stay, we win together and we lose together.
All right, ladies, together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Together. Ladies, link the chain and mean it.
The DAEMEN game was part of 6 straight on the road. They started a winning streak with a victory at Mercy on December 15th. Taryn Wilson and Dimitri Gazani scored 14 each in the Redhawks' 59-47 victory. Just before the Christmas break, the team headed south for a pair of games in St. Leo, Florida. The team packed a lot into the trip, including dinners, Disney, and an NHL game in Tampa. They also scored 2 victories over West Florida, 57-46, and St. Leo University, 78-75. They headed home on a 3-game winning streak. The Redhawks played their first game of 2020 on January 4th against CHEYNEY University of Pennsylvania.
So my word of the day is now. It's the first game of the new year and we have come a very long way. Every single one of us has improved in our own way, making this team better. We've worked for 4 months so far, creating and building the team and family that we have now. And right now is what we've been working for, and we have to go out there and prove it. So as Coach always says, focus on the now, and let's go out there and kick CHEYNEY's butt.
Yeah. The time is now. CHEYNEY called me up, they asked me what time it is. They asked me what time the game was. Good time, it's They asked me what time the game was. I said, go to your website, it's on there. They went to the website, they couldn't find nothing. So we went to our website, they said TBD. All right, so they asked me what time it was, and I said, your time is running out. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it?
The Redhawks got off to a big early lead and never looked back. 6 players scored in double figures. First-year Samantha Volpe scored a career-high 24 points. Miller had 13 points and 10 rebounds. Nady scored 12 with 10 assists. Roberts cracked the century mark with a 102-32 victory for their 4th straight win.
Having a game like this is the reason why you enjoy playing basketball. You can have fun with it, and you can involve your teammates, people that might not get out there as much. They're able to get out there, get the opportunity to play and what it feel like to actually be out there.
Going into the new year and having 3 wins already under our belt is already pretty good. So to keep it going, it really helps us with our confidence again and working together.
We're moving the ball a lot more and we're running, and that starts on defense. Our defense is doing very well and we're getting boards, so that transfers over to offense.
We had some conference games already, but now we're going into the stretch of it here. We're playing Bridgeport and Queens, so it's nice to have 4 game winning streak and kind of have momentum going into those games. And we're home too, which is nice. We were away for December, so it's nice to be back home.
1, 2, 3, 4, we are!
The Redhawks looked for 5 in a row at the VAC against Bridgeport. And Miller remained hot. She scored 20 and grabbed 15 rebounds, her 4th double-double in 5 games. Roberts outscored Bridgeport 16-4 in the 4th and won the game 61-48.
Our word of the game was discipline, so we wanted to make sure that we executed what we did, and we don't always play our 40 minutes, and we didn't today, but we did execute better than Bridgeport did, which helped us win.
You know, the team believes in they're buying in, they're believing in each other, which is really important, but they're a fun group and they're working hard every day. So we have practice tomorrow and then get ready for Sunday's game.
2 days later, the Red Hawks hosted Queens College.
Here we go, Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball. The Red Hawks in their white uniforms with the red numbers and the black trim.
Sophomore Taryn Wilson had a big afternoon. She made 4 3-pointers and scored 21 points.
It's in. Taryn Wilson buries the 3.
Miller added 19 and Nady 15 in the 75-65 win.
Roberts Wesleyan now 10-5 overall, have won 6 straight.
Teammates were a big part of it. I think we just started to look for the backdoor cuts because Queens was overplaying us a lot, and we just started to like hit the layups. I started to finally knock down some of the shots, so it was just the constant motion and passing that pulled us through for a win.
A win at UDC would extend the win streak to 7 games.
Red Hawks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Red Hawks.
The streak was stopped at New York Tech, and Roberts would drop 4 straight games, including one to East Coast Conference leader DAEMEN at the VAC. Before the start of the season, several players and other Roberts athletes and coaches spent time visiting Golisano Children's Hospital. They played with some of the children and helped them design a t-shirt that would be sold later at the Red Hawks February fundraising event for the hospital.
Next one, do pink. I love making t-shirts with the one little girl, Ainsley. Sometimes it's really hard for them. And it's just great to be a person to come in and like give them support and help them out.
The community supports you, and like it's really good to give back, and especially like the kids, like they look up to you.
Four months after the players' visit to the hospital, Roberts hosted the University of the District of Columbia, and the game marked the culmination of the Red Hawks' fundraising efforts for Golisano Children's Hospital.
3, 1, 2, 3. Red Hawks.
Roberts got off to an early lead. Nady scored a career-high 28 points. Emily Miller had 15 and 17 rebounds. Roberts won the conference game 75-63. They had again clinched a spot in the ECC playoffs.
I think good team win, good team defense. We won the rebounding battle, but it was a great win for us as we go into on the road next weekend.
The Red Hawks finished the regular season 15-11 and 8-8 in the conference.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They lost to Malloy on the road in the first round of the East Coast Conference playoffs. The season concluded under unique circumstances. A nearly empty arena in Cedarville, Ohio, where the Red Hawks lost in the Christian College Regionals on March 11th. It was the final game for any Roberts team for the year because of the corona pandemic. The victory over UDC on February 23rd marked the final home game of the season, and the final home game for 4 decorated seniors. Jessie Cooke, Shayla Sartorius, Nady, and Emily Miller. During their 4 years, the Red Hawks won 71 games, made the ECC playoffs all 4 seasons, and played in 13 postseason games.
They're great teammates, they're great leaders. We're going to miss them.
Well, I think a massive part of my experience here has been my team. And the whole time I've been here, my team's been like my family, looked after me. Whenever you need something, your teammates are there for you.
It's been a blessing. You meet so many people, so many professors, so many peers. It's really a big family here. We do a lot of, community service, so you meet people outside of, just Roberts, and North Chili has been like a great place to be. Everyone's friendly. For me, it's been a blessing being 7 hours away from home, just having so much support. We had Laura Scavo have us come over, Aunt Sue, so many people just being a part of our family.
It's been nothing but great, I have to say. I mean, I learned a lot. I have grown a lot as a person, like on and off the court, so I've just been really blessed that I had the opportunity to play here for all 4 years. My experience has been great. I loved every moment of it.
When I woke up this morning and I thought it was senior day, I was like, wait, it's really been 4 years? It's gone by so quickly. I'm very proud of my fellow seniors. I love them with my whole heart, and I've played with them for 4 years now, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
It takes more than one word to describe the 2019-2020 Redhawks. Talented, passionate, giving, successful, and together are just a few. And even though time has run out, it was a season to remember for the Roberts Wesleyan women's basketball team.
All right, ladies, link the chain on 3, 1, 2, 3. Link the chain!
A season inside was made possible courtesy of a special friend of the Redhawks.